Hey guys, Kevin Sanderson here. Just going to show you how to make the typical homemade latte, so you don't have to go out to your nearest Caribou or Starbucks to get one for $4. You can make one in the comfort of your own kitchen for probably less than 50 cents. So be moving the camera around a little bit. First you want to start out with typical latte mug. This one I got, I think, in Amish country, 28 ounces. That might be a little bit too much for today, but that's your typical latte mug shape and characteristic. Then we also have the red striped mug, which is probably a little bit better for this application. It's only 16 ounces. So I'll be using that mug for today. And yeah, so what you want to start with is, if you have a coffee grinder, for instance this one is the Mr. Coffee. I think I got it at Walmart, about 12 bucks, 14 bucks maybe, but look for one that has a fine setting or espresso setting, and that'll help you in making the espresso portion of the drink. In this case we'll be making a double shot. The espresso machine that I'll be using is actually also a Mr. Coffee. I think this was $24 at Walmart. Has up to, I don't know if you can read it, but it says 4, which would be a quadruple shot, which would probably be a little bit too much for today as well. So we will be doing a double shot of espresso, and I don't have the right type of coffee, but what you want to probably get is some sort of whole bean espresso roast coffee. This is a breakfast blend which you can grind up to be a espresso fine. So yeah, and on the side it lists all the Starbucks varieties. Of course they're not coming through at all on this camera, but it lists the type by medium, bold, and extra bold. Espresso roast is listed under bold, but of course I don't have that right now, so we will just do regular breakfast blend Starbucks, and I'll set the camera down. Hopefully you'll still be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. The Mr. Coffee grinder comes with a little cup for making your espresso. So I'll simply go ahead and usually put enough to cover the little blade on the thing is usually enough. You can actually go out and measure it yourself if you want. I figure if there's any left over, I just add it to the next time I make a regular batch of coffee in the old coffee pot. So yeah, that's about how much you want. That would be fine. There's also the max fill line on the side, and yeah, so you can always put more or less depending on your preference. And oh, that's my phone, sorry. Hang up on the person. Alright, so we can put it in the grinder. Of course I can't find the right way to put it in. There it is. Apply the lid. Okay, now I can put the camera back. I usually set it for the 12 cups just to let it go a little longer than normal. You want it pretty fine, so I'll just go ahead and let it. Okay, so we've ground the coffee. I've sped it up a little bit for time. Basically what I've done now is I've added it to the bean holder thing, espresso cup, And it's right about at the double shot line. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a line that says 4 and one that says 2. And what we had to do, which is probably one of the most important processes in the espresso drink production process, you want to take something with a flat bottom and apply even pressure around to allow the maximum water surface contact area. So that's what I've done. It's called tamping. So we've done that. Can now go over to the espresso maker and simply put the, and I'm having a hard time, sorry, take the brew basket away. And what you do is just simply, and of course I'm having a hard time, place the little espresso cup maker in place. It's a little bit harder one-handed. Could have had a video tech crew. But just put it in place. I've already pre-warmed the water in the maker itself, so it's just about at the stage where it's ready to brew. An espresso is nothing more than just pressurized water and steam. It's a rapid brew. So, and of course this is a Walmart quality Mr. Coffee Maker machine. So it's not going to give you the best espresso quality necessarily, but it will suffice for now. This is for the more economical person who's looking to just get somewhat of an espresso style drink for under $1, I would imagine. So while the pressure is building up, you can probably hear it. I've already gotten about 8 ounces of milk. I like to use the 2%. Gives a little bit more of a frothy, you can just get a little bit more frothy than skim. But you can, it's pretty amazing how much skim froth you can get from non-fat milk. But as you can see, the espresso is starting to brew. And there is a steam marker on the side of this espresso machine. I usually wait until it gets to about that line before stopping to go to the steam mode. And I'll have to stop the camera again because I'm running out of time. But basically the next following steps are to turn on the steam process. I just turned off the espresso brew process. And to allow the steaming to occur, you simply turn the knob to steam, and of course no steam is coming out right now, but I will update you after I have steamed the milk, which takes a good 3 minutes with this machine. So we will be right back. Alright, we have the steaming process going now, so I just wanted to show you what it should look like as you're going about the process. I'm going to have to set the camera down in order to do this for a second. So basically you have the spigot just underneath the surface level of the milk. If you have it on the top, you get this frothy sound, which you can hear in the following. And that's more for making cappuccino. I tend to make the latte a little bit with a little bit of froth in it. And yeah, so we'll update you once the milk is fully frothed. Alright, so we finished the steaming process. You just want to put your hand up to the bottom of the whatever cup you're using, and just make sure it's warm to the touch and that there's a proper amount of steam and froth. So I'll just go ahead and pour that in. I've already put a shot of almond for flavoring on the bottom of the mug. So I just pour this right in. There's a little bit more froth than I thought, but that's alright. I got about a minute left of video, so I'm going to try to do this a little bit quicker than I would normally. Add your espresso, which ended up being about double shot. Pour it right in, a little bit slowly so that it kind of settles throughout the milk. and yeah, just let it go out. There's usually some grounds in the bottom, that's alright. Then I usually take a little whipped cream, 1 second. Shake. Apply around the top generously. Take a little cinnamon sugar if I can pop the lid off in time. Dust the top. There you have your $1 latte. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the future. Thanks. Bye.